All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Crisscross Corner podcast. I'm your host, Chris Canty. We have the great debaters here. We have Marcel Smith and we have Basil Lowe. How you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
I'm good.
I'm getting my ass kicked in fantasy football, but it's okay.
Oh, who's kicking your ass?
I don't know. Somebody named Rosemary.
Oh, fuck that
But it's,
guy, I guess.
but it's okay. I got 3 more quarters to go until we find out the winner.
I just want my parlay to hit.
Honestly, you're lucky right now that I should have just started my bench the way this is looking.
Hey man, it's a long way to go. We got all season.
I'm doing fine.
I know you're doing fine. I'm not. I didn't ask you. I'm barely holding on. I should have put Cooper Cup in.
God, I should have put Aaron Jones. Should have put January. You know that's what I'm gonna do next week.
All right, we'll see what happens next week. But before we begin, this is the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, Detroit, news, politics, sports, relationships, and more. Today we're going to talk about a lot of things, but our main thing today we'll be talking about the top 10 ugliest cars, because we be driving past some ugly, very ugly cars that people think, like Belle Isle, like at Sunset Point, people be showing off some of the ugliest things. And we're going to showcase them right here on the podcast. So we're going to do that at the end of the show. Right now, we're going to talk about what you do in Detroit, or what up, though, Detroit. The Lions, barely, and I say this with a lot of stress in my voice, barely beat the Los Angeles Rams.
That was a preseason game.
Literally, like like 75% of the players didn't play during preseason. They know the playbook, but first game of the season is kind of hard to execute it. So both teams looked rusty. And
yeah, Vikings won, but that's against the Giants.
The Vikings won against the Giants. Stop it.
The Bears.
The Bears lucked out. The Bears were so lucky.
And I believe there was another team in the NFC North that played as well.
The Green Bay Packers, who are officially eliminated from contention since Jordan Love is injured until December.
No, who am I kidding? It's Malik Willis.
It's an MCL tear. We're your highest paid quarterback. He's not coming back.
No, it's not a tear. It's a sprain.
Still, it's an MCL. An MCL is very important to a leg.
Yeah, they're saying
you only get one of them.
You only get one. If you sprain it or tear it, you're on mute. You're on mute, Basil. You talking shit, but you on mute.
We got until what?
Thanksgiving?
Mid-October. We're good.
No, I'm giving y'all till Thanksgiving. Who's y'all backup quarterback?
Malik Willis. That's what I was saying. Where it's like,
right.
That's what I was saying. I was like, no, I got a shot. Nah, who am I kidding?
No, it's Detroit or bust for NFC North. I'm sorry, Basil.
I mean, the Vikings got the 49ers next week.
Okay, so they're gonna lose. Actually, I put 74 cents down on a parlay. Chicago won. Atlanta messed me up. Atlanta and Cincinnati, and who else lost? That wasn't supposed to lose. Oh, the Giants. I had the Giants winning because McCaffrey wasn't playing. Not McCaffrey, but McCarthy wasn't playing. But I forgot that the Giants were trash.
That's something you don't forget.
That's probably the reason why it was 74 cents for $1 million, because I had the Giants in there.
Taxes and Giants sucking.
Honestly,
Man,
hey, who knows? Next week with the Vikings, they might pull a Northern Illinois.
hey, they might beat San Francisco.
I doubt that. I really doubt that.
Is it in San
God,
Francisco
that would be.
or at
It's
Minnesota?
in San Francisco.
Okay, yeah, San Francisco's winning.
Meanwhile, I got $10 on 120. No, 220 on this game right now.
All right, Marcel.
Hey, I'm just hoping for another injury.
Wait, Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
He never
That's
said a
wild.
name. He never said a name.
That's
Said a
wild.
name.
If Floyd does it again, this time Leonard, if you happen to catch this, I will buy your jersey, and I don't care if I'm still gonna be on a 3-week hold waiting for your jersey to get made. I will not cancel the order.
It has to be made.
Seriously, they're like, wait, someone wants a Leonard Floyd jersey? Why?
They got to put it in 6X.
No, it was just someone's just like, someone wants a Lyman's. All right.
They have jerseys for people, Basil. All you have to do is buy it. They got to look at storage, though. They got to look at storage, but they'll find it.
No, I went to NFL.com. Those the ones that are supposedly the quickest at getting their own jerseys out the door. And 3 weeks after, there's still no word on the order. So I'm like, I just went in and be like, you know what? Just cancel it. Just screw it.
Hey, man. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, but Lions win their first game of the season against the Rams. The Rams might do good this year. Might not do good this year.
Doubtful.
The Detroit Lions, I have full faith in. However, we need to tighten the screws on some parts of our defense.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
Mm-hmm.
That first series was great, you know.
Mm-hmm.
First defensive series was great.
Mm-hmm.
And that overtime.
Oh,
the overtime.
Just everything else.
What do you mean? No, I just say it was great. Greatness. The greatness is before us. All we have to do,
we should be.
like I said,
The Lions
is
should
the
be
coaching
getting.
decisions.
The Lions should be getting DJ Reader back for Tampa Bay.
Right, and that's not even. And that's the thing, Marcel. We haven't even got DJ Reader. So now I'm very scared. I'm scared for us to succeed.
This was what happens when you have legitimacy on a bottom-feeding team.
And shout out to my man Mensa. He went to the game yesterday, and he was my man's caught him on WDIV Local 4 coming out the stadium. He went nuts. So shout out to Mensa.
That game should not have went to overtime. Carlton Davis had a clean pick
Hey man,
and dropped it. But I don't expect the Bears to get lucky like last time.
the Bear
The
that whole
odds-
game, the whole game was just Tennessee being Tennessee.
The odds of blocking a punt
It's not that hard if you know how to run.
and expecting to do it every single play in game.
I would say all they gotta do is just toe the line, but
It's not that hard.
When your offense has 95 yards of total offense from their quarterback, you have to realize that maybe the football gods got away with a few bullshit.
hey, do you think this next draft, one of the criteria they're gonna look for wide receivers are smaller feet?
What?
No, you can't because if you're tall, you're gonna have big feet.
Oh, you talking about that play? Oh,
Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore. I mean, that's gonna be like they're gonna do a 30 for 30 on ESPN on that game. They're like, Lamar Jackson is not MVP because of someone's big toe. Like, god dang, it's gonna be an hour special.
Get
All you had to do was cut your toenails that day. But no, You have to go out there and catch a touchdown and have your little big toe sticking out. And now you can't win a damn game. How does it feel?
What was that kicker's name? The Jack Dempsey, the one that had like half a foot, and he had like the record for decades. I bet if he's still alive, I bet he's like, yeah, I bet it's not all that great having all them toes now, is it?
Or just talk to Deion Sanders. Anyway, we're going to move on to other news in Detroit. Savage Fenty is now open downtown.
Is it?
Yes, it is. There was a long line waiting for that stuff, too. So we're good. Let me see. What else? You know what? We're going to get right into it. Stupid criminals in Detroit. Now, there was an altercation at the Chipotle in Livonia, Michigan on Middle Belt and 96. And turns out the man chased them down the freeway on 96 and started shooting at them. So it was a drive-by shooting on the freeway.
From Livonia.
From Livonia.
What makes it stupid?
And it makes it stupid because you literally left your job to go after somebody and shoot somebody. You dumb idiot. All you have to do is you're working at Chipotle. You're going to get people who don't care about you and are rude to you. Doesn't mean you go after them and shoot them on the freeway. This is wild. It was a Redford man in Livonia, which led to the altercation, which led to a weapon being discharged on Friday night. That's crazy.
Man, you know it's bad when even the crime has to white flight.
No. These are black people.
No, I'm talking about. Okay.
Black people work in Livonia, Basil. Detroit's newest upscale restaurant and lounge opens its doors. It's the Live Lounge. I might hit this up this weekend, but next weekend. No, probably in a few weeks. Have it die down a bit. It's on Livernois, so it's probably the day crowd for me. 23-8 Livernois Avenue. So hit it up. Take your girl there, Basil.
I was already like, as you're already saying it, I was already like,
you're looking it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So a manhole cover blows off and hits a woman in the head in downtown Detroit. I'm not supposed to be laughing about this, but it is a boing. It just boop hit her in the head.
What cartoon was it where, like, when someone goes going, boop?
She had minor injuries.
From a manhole cover, just
minor. Fire officials have clarified that the woman was knocked over by the pressure from the explosion and was not struck by the manhole cover. Okay.
Oh.
Because if that thing blew off and the manhole hit her, she would not have minor injuries.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was like, minor injuries.
She'd be in the hospital like, what happened? Who am I? Who are you? Where am I?
That's if
amnesia.
God, imagine the imprint that would be on the side that were like. It would
There'll be a dent right here.
It would just say utility.
All right, going back to stupid criminals in Detroit. A suspect robs a West Bloomfield bank of $40,000 while wearing a Halloween mask. A Halloween mask. Let me see. The suspect was carrying a black umbrella adorned with a yellow smiley face with polka dots. Witnesses say that the suspect brandished a gun. Blah 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 blah. He had a Halloween. It looks. I don't know. It looks like one of those masks, like dead presidents, like a Bill Clinton mask.
I was gonna say no. The moment you said umbrella and all that, and I was like, my brain. Funny that you said that. Is like, what sort of Payday 2 bullshit is this?
Right, that's what it looks like. He saw. He was like, I want to do this.
Was he Bush?
No, he was. It looked like Clinton.
Okay, that's another good one.
Yeah.
Bush, Clinton, and Obama. Those are like the best ones to do for robbing a bank.
Mm-mm-mm.
Maybe Reagan.
Okay, this is another stupid criminal. A Flint couple is accused of running over and killing a groomsman after a wedding night. This is
Why?
crazy. After an argument.
Well, the bride and the groom.
The bride and the groom. An argument broke out between Taylor and the groom. They're 22 years old, man. These people are young. Yeah, both of them. Yeah. Nothing like I do in prison, you know. Something's in the water in Flint. Oops, I said that wrong.
How will conjugal visits work?
What do you mean?
Well, usually one or the other is in jail, and they'll come visit them to see one another.
You can't do that.
Both in jail. How's that going to work?
If they're both in jail, it doesn't matter. It's just the rule is out the window.
So no conjugal visits.
No, you can't. Your husband and wife are in jail. You can't call them.
That's bullshit.
Did you hear me, Basil? I said something's in the water in Flint. Oops. I mean, I know something's in the water in Flint, but that's not what I meant. There's a lot of stupid people up there, okay? All right.
And that was before the water.
Even before the water got messed up. Two 16-year-olds charged after leading police on a 100-mile-per-hour chase in a stolen Kia. In Sterling Heights.
Wait. Did you say 16 or 60?
16.
Oh, okay.
Like teenagers.
My ears heard 60. I'm like, this just got interesting.
No.
Where's the age?
Mm-hmm. No, 16. All right. Chick-fil-A to open nearly 30 new restaurants in the next 4 years. That's crazy. At least it'll alleviate the traffic in the Southfield one. So.
Oh wait, just in Detroit?
No, like in the Metro Detroit area.
That's a lot of Chick-fil-A's.
No, it's not. It's just the right amount.
No, within 4 years. That's a lot of Chick-fil-A's.
Within 4? Oh yeah, that's a lot because they haven't been in Michigan, so it's only customary, you know. The same thing happened with Culver's when they first came to Michigan.
I think there's one going outside of Fort Wayne
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah, because I went out to Chicago or the Chicago area Saturday, and
What are we doing in Chicago?
technically Naperville.
What are we doing in Naperville? With the Illuminati?
You really want to know?
With the Illuminati's?
If it was getting gas, I swear to God.
I was going to the last remaining original Burger King in the country.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah, you
Why did you go there?
Why did I go there?
Yeah, why'd you just Burger King is trash.
Just to say, hey, I went to a 50s restaurant in 2024. Got a Whopper.
I mean, nostalgia does it.
It was the best damn Whopper I ever had, though.
Too bad.
That's saying a lot.
Too bad the Metro Detroit locations can't follow suit.
It's true. It's all right. But the first pickleball only complex opened in Warren today. So if you like pickleball, we got a few pickleball only complexes here. We have one in Warren. We have one in West Bloomfield now at 14 in Orchard Lake.
Boy, that does not surprise me.
Yeah, there's a lot of pickleball only. There's one in South Lyon too. So if you like pickleball,
I gotta ask, Did any of you hear of pickleball in grade school, like gym class or anything like that, before all this started?
No.
Like, I only heard about it in high school when, what was it, like?
Oh, you heard about it in high school. Okay.
Huh?
That was before we were in high school, so I know
Right.
I didn't hear about it.
That was the only time I had ever heard of pickleball, and then no one else. That and wall ball. I'm like, you mean squash?
Squash or
No,
handball?
apparently 2 different games.
They are.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just
Like
thought it was
squash is with a racket.
Yeah.
Handball's with your hand.
Are we really talking about this?
Yes, it's a sport.
Yeah. I thought it was a made up. I thought it was a made up game in high school. And next thing it's like, oh, this is a real.
It's a real sport. Yeah, it's a real sport.
Yeah, never heard of it before high school. Never heard of it after high school, and it was just like, what the hell happened?
A lot of people died.
It's a lot. It's a lot. We're gonna go on to our favorite segment, starting out with Shutout Saturday.
Oh boy.
A lot of things happened over the weekend.
Oh boy.
We're gonna talk about Western Illinois and their football program. We have 77-3 losing to Indiana.
Oh boy.
Western Michigan, the Broncos of Western Michigan. I am so sorry.
I'm not.
You lost.
They knew what they were getting into.
You lost to Ohio State 56-0.
Don't apologize.
We're gonna talk about this because I want to talk about this on the podcast right now. Shadur Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes got their asses whooped against Nebraska.
He a diva. I don't want to say that, but he a diva. The only person that even cares or even worth a damn, and you can't quote me on this, is Travis Hunter, who is basically, I want to say, a top 10 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Same can't be said for Shadur. And the thing that pissed me off the most was that post-interview where he's literally blaming his team. He didn't specifically blame this O-line, but you can like feel that, yeah, he's saying that.
Right. And Colorado has a lot of growing to do.
As a player myself, as athletes, there are some things you just don't do.
Don't do and don't say.
Right. Throwing your teammates under the bus is one of them.
Yeah. Especially when it's your fault. You're on the offense too. You're the quarterback.
It's a bad look.
That's just how you know the next game is going to be like. There's going to be a lot more sacks allowed, where it's like, oh, sorry.
Oh, forgot.
Oh, they're so. Oh, it's our bad for sucking so much.
Right.
Hey, I got one shout out. I don't think any of us mentioned over the weekend. It's not much, but it's still surprising. When you think of shutouts and you think of SEC schools, who do you never think of?
Kentucky.
Never
Missouri.
think of Missouri. As in, like, giving out the shutout or being on the opposite side of the shutout?
Being on the good side of the shutout.
Oh, Alabama. Damn, that's it. Damn, that's really
Vanderbilt.
What happened to Vanderbilt?
I forgot Vanderbilt was even here.
Granted, it was an FCS school, but they went 55-0.
55-0. Ain't that bad a bitch?
I think there was another shutout.
Good job, Vandy. You can actually play football.
I think there was another shutout too with the Big Ten and the SEC.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't have to.
We got to talk about it.
We got to talk about it.
I'm going to talk about it, Marcel. Hold on. Let me get it first. We have the Michigan Wolverines. I hate saying this on the podcast. The Michigan Wolverines lost to the Okay, the Michigan Wolverines lost to Matthew McConaughey and the Texas Longhorns, 31 to
Don't
12.
say that. You had Charles Woodson on your sideline. The aura was matching.
No, it was not. Matthew McConaughey was on the halftime show. He took over. He knew the plays. He knew everything. They were like, "Hey, we can take the weekend off next week." Matthew McConaughey was out here doing this thing. So, Iowa lost to Iowa State. Trash.
You lucky. You lucky. It was a holding call.
Well, hold
for
on.
that first touchdown.
Matt Campbell's a good coach.
Man, bump that. Iowa's trash. USC beat Utah State. Utah State is trash. 48-0.
48.
Minnesota beat Rhode Island. I forgot Rhode Island was a state. 48-0. Georgia beat Tennessee Tech 48-3.
It should have been a lot more than that.
Poor Tigers.
Boston College beat Duquesne 56-0.
Oh boy.
Miami, University of Miami, Florida beat Florida A&M 56-9. And before we get to Marcel's one of the day from the PSL of Detroit, I'm gonna go over my hold on, Marcel. I'm gonna go over my they didn't get shut out. However, Indiana State, y'all lost 27-20 to Eastern Illinois. How just fold the program. Already.
Honestly, that's not bad.
I literally just said it's Indiana State. It's not a blowout, but they lost. They're going for 0-12. They're going for an 0-12 season this year. All right, Marcel. Before we get in, I need you to go over some of the other scores that happened in the PSL before we get to our favorite school.
This is the only one I can find.
Okay. What you got from last weekend? Oh yeah, before you get to that, I've been going back and forth with this one person on Instagram. Southfield A&T is not going to repeat a state championship.
Southfield A&T, as in Southfield Lathrop.
No, Southfield. Those are two different schools. But they did some crazy things, some illegal, some outside the rules to get players and do outside practices. But outside of that, they're not repeating a state championship. It's not going to happen. So stop it. Y'all lost to Clarkston.
Fuck that supposed to mean? Clarkston's good.
Clarkston. Exactly. You're supposed to be the best team in the state, right? They didn't even score a point against Clarkston. So what did Mumford do, Marcel, in the PSL?
Mumford with your boy Connor Stallions.
He's not my boy.
But who?
I never said he was my boy.
Who? He took over. He's acting head coach because the old coach is because the main coach is battling something I should call shenanigans.
Battling shenanigans, or is he actually battling something right now? God damn.
But he's sick.
Okay, then he's sick. Don't say that's shenanigans. That's messed up.
Yeah.
And last week, it was the day of September 6th. They faced a team called Hamadi.
Who?
Which is Hamady. Which is basically a Flint school. Can you guess
the score?
Can you guess the score?
What was the score, Marcel?
60-0.
God damn, Mumford. Samuel Mumford High School.
and this week at 7 p.m. at the
What day? What day? Friday night?
The 13th.
Okay, Friday night. Okay.
Cass Tech.
Yeah, they want to lose again. But then again, you never know. Cass Tech is okay.
Hey, for all you Mumford for all the Mumford players, alumni, you lucky that game. You lucky the Hamadi game wasn't on your homecoming week, because oof.
It's all right though. It's all right. It's all right.
And that's not even a kicker. It was during the game that you're down 60-0. Well, this motherfucker Connor just goes up to the ref and just starts it just starts screaming at him.
Hey man, you gotta
complaining about a call.
Hey.
You're down 60-0.
It can't get any easier than this. You got Rochester next, which is not gonna be it's not gonna be easy against Rochester.
Never.
I'm talking about Southfield now. It's not gonna be easy against Rochester. West Bloomfield, no slouch either.
You're not winning against winning against West Bloomfield.
Then you got to go back up to Rochester Hills, Stony Creek. That's not
winning against Stony Creek either.
That's no camping trip.
Harper
Woods, they might have a chance.
I've been to Stony Creek before. It's a beautiful campus, very beautiful.
Mm-hmm. A bunch of rich white boys.
Yep.
Yep. They got Birmingham Groves. They might win against them.
They could win against Groves. They could.
Ferndale, they can win against Ferndale.
They can damn well win against Ferndale.
And then Renaissance. Like, that's probably going to be the biggest game.
Man. I mean, you can have a good record, and some people fail at the last moment. I mean, you got yourself a
good team.
Yeah. I got absolute faith that you might make the. I'm sorry, I can't.
Hey man, they might make it. You never know.
I mean, hey, to each their own, right?
All right. I'm going to go to my top 10 list of the day. Top 10 ugliest cars.
I can't wait for this one.
All right. We're going to do some honorable mentions first. Honorable mentions always first. We have the Chrysler LeBaron. Honorable mention.
I'm looking up these cars as I go.
Look at the Chrysler LeBaron. Then we have the Ford Tempo. Actually, Marcel, your mom used to have a Ford Tempo.
And that bitch still in the garage.
No, it's not. It's not in the garage no more. We have the hold on. We got the Chevrolet Avalanche.
That wasn't the bad car.
Ugly.
That was ugly. Stop.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
If it was so ugly, then why did they make a Cadillac version?
That's not an ugly car.
Because the Cadillac is better.
That's not an ugly car, though.
It's ugly.
No, it's not.
It's better than the Cybertruck.
We'll get there, Marcel. We'll get there.
Yeah,
all right, so
no, I'm not saying that.
Hold on. Speaking of Cadillac, we have the Cadillac Cimarron.
It wasn't ugly. It was just.
It was ugly, Basil. Stop it.
It was just bull. Because all it was just a Cavalier at Cadillac money. So it wasn't ugly, but
it was ugly. What other one for honorable mentions? We have the 1932 Stout Scarab.
Yo, Katie said the same one when she saw the list. I was like, how dare you?
It's ugly, man.
What in the steampunk hell is this?
It's just ugly. It's just a stretched out bug. That's all it is.
That ain't a scarab. That's a roach.
If you like Volkswagen Bug, you'll like a Scarab.
No,
I don't want a Scarab.
Hold on, the Chevrolet Lumina.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about the car or the van?
The van.
No, stop.
The van. Yes, Basil, that thing is ugly. Stop.
I even told you are taking word for word of what she was.
It's an ugly car. What else are you gonna do?
I told her right off the bat, I would find the Pontiac version, the Transport. If I can find that exact guy,
Okay, another honorable
I'm
mention. The
getting it.
Pontiac,
Okay,
the
what
Pontiac Transport is an ugly car.
It's the same.
No, I know why Pontiac went out of business.
Hey man, no Pontiac. Yeah, the Pontiac Grand Prix was a great car.
No, I know
The G6, on the other hand.
The G6 was good too.
The G6 was aight.
The G6 was too. That was your good starter car when you're 16. Okay. What the AMC Pacer?
Stop.
It's an ugly car, Basil. It's ugly.
No, it's not.
We got the GMC Hummer, the first one, not the new one. The first one.
Yes,
That thing was
It's
ugly.
not ugly.
Yes,
The
it
H1?
was.
It was huge.
It's just a Humvee. That's all it is.
Took up 4 parking spaces, Basil.
It consumed gas like a motherfucker.
4 miles a gallon.
And it invaded countries. No
First
problem.
of all, that was for Iraq. Okay,
It's kind of like
not
it's
for.
more like the AR-15. Why would you need it in a commercial setting?
I'm just saying it's great for us like Jeep people where it's like I need something with more space.
It's only good for rap videos.
And those only lasted 2 years.
And Army.
And we cringe at them now, so I'm just saying. We have the Oldsmobile Aurora.
Oh, ass. Oh.
Are we talking about the second gen or that
I don't
first
care.
one?
The whole thing, where all the cars are ugly. I'm talking
No.
about the entire existence.
When it first came out, no, that thing was cool.
Entire existence.
Well.
All right, now we're gonna get to the top 10. Now we have number 10. This is the Jeep Gladiator, the new one.
What does that look like?
Trash. It's just
all
a
it
regular
is-
with a. It's just a regular with a
With a
flat
truck bed. Yeah. That's all. That's why it's not ugly. It's just
Oh, it's ugly.
yeah. It's just
Mm.
Next, we have the Plymouth Prowler.
Chris, stop.
Prowler?
It's a ugly. Basil likes ugly
You're
things,
fucking
ladies and
with me
gentlemen.
here.
I'm not.
You
These are ugly
fucking
cars.
with me.
Ladies, if you like the cars that Basil likes, man,
What kind of? I remember having this as a Hot Wheels, and I still didn't like it.
exactly. Trash.
Oh, roadster looking ass.
Roadster.
That is basically the car of do you want a hot rod but not have to deal with 30s or
So
40s
basically, this is a great. So basically,
technology.
this is a great value hot rod.
It is.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's great.
No, it's bad. It's a Walmart car. Next,
Yeah,
we have the Nissan Juke.
Yes, actually, that should be number one.
No, it's not. Nissan Juke is number 8.
It's like a goddamn spider. It's got like 8 headlights just scattered all over the place.
Hey, if you want to pay for lights all the time, get a Nissan Juke. All right, next we have the Pontiac Aztek, number 7.
You know what? I'm not surprised. You said the Avalanche was ugly. I'm not surprised for you to.
These 90s and 2000s minivans were not good, Basil. We thought we was doing something. You look at those commercials, you go on YouTube and like search like 1999 like primetime TV show commercial gaps. All those cars were like cutting edge cars at the time.
Yeah.
It's cringe now. Like, why were we driving these?
Well, that's how time goes.
No, not with the Pontiac
Technology
Aztek.
just gets better.
The Pontiac Aztek commercial was so unbelievable.
That I'm telling you, Aztecs were. It's funny we make fun of Aztecs now, but when you look at all the crossovers and the crap that's available today,
It's not crap at all. What you mean?
are you kidding me? Like
You
the
sound like an old
Arcadia?
man. You sound like an old man. Moving on. Next is the Geo Prism.
Which is just a Toyota Corolla.
Hey man, it's a Geo Prism, bro. It's an ugly car. Next we have the Nissan Cube.
Okay, that's racist.
How?
You look at that; it looks totally Japanese. Like it looks like a capsule hotel. So by saying
How is that
it looks
racist,
weird,
though?
you're saying anything that looks Japanese is ugly.
No, you're saying everything that looks Japanese is ugly. I just said that the car looks horrible.
Yeah, but
You're saying it looks Japanese, so you're saying it looks Japanese. These are not the words of Chris Canty on the Chris Cars Corner. These are the words of Basil Lowe on the Chris Cars Corner.
I like the cube because it looks like a capsule hotel.
But you called me racist for calling it Japanese. I never called it Japanese. I just said the Nissan Cube was ugly.
You're the same person who likes the Wienermobile, so I really don't want to hear
honorable mention. We're gonna put the Wienermobile on there too. Honorable mention. The Wienermobile is trash.
Stop.
Basil Lowe. I walk past that every day at the Henry Ford. I hate that motherfucker.
The Glizzy Glider needs to be on this list.
Mm-hmm. What we at? Number 5. We're number 4 now. Number 4 is the Suzuki X90.
Yo, funny that you actually said that. That's another one that came up earlier.
It's an ugly ass car.
I like where Suzuki was going with it though. Like that's even a bigger
Suzuki, word of advice, stick to motorbikes.
Stick to motorcycles.
Yeah.
All right, this is okay. These top 3 are gonna raise people's blood pressure.
My blood pressure's already risen. Have you not seen the game yesterday?
Oh, true. Number 3, we have the Chevrolet SSR.
They were trying to copy Chrysler with the whole retro thing. They want to try to bring back the El Camino.
Number 2, we have the Chrysler PT Cruiser.
Now I just want to beat your ass.
The PT Cruiser was trash.
It was not. It was.
Yes, it was.
It was beautifully retro.
It was an ugly ass car.
Get it with the wood trim and everything and the chrome wheels.
No,
yes.
No, you would be laughed off of Belle Isle, bro.
I would even straight pipe it.
No, don't do that. Don't say that on the show. Pause. Don't say straight pipe ever again.
Did it to the Jeep. I'll do it to another car.
Oh, okay. All right. Our final and top car of the week. Most ugliest car to me. Ugliest car now. It is the Tesla Cybertruck. That thing is ugly as fuck. And I stand on it. Its back gets blown out. Okay. Back got blown out from a Yeti.
The fact that 30,000 people still bought one.
Yeah, they look cool. They did the same thing with the Stanley Cups.
To look. I want you to say that again.
Just to look good. It's a Tesla. You got a Tesla, you got money. It's a status symbol. It's a status symbol.
They're full of garbage. Literally.
It's a status symbol, Basil. It's a status symbol. That's all it is. If you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. I'm not buying it because it's ugly.
I'm going to tell you this. If I see you driving one, you're like, oh, I drive a Tesla, Cybertruck. You're going to get a status from me, all right. Not a good one.
I've driven a Cybertruck. It's nice.
It just looks like the biggest piece of 80s Tron bullshit. It just looks like it drives like shit.
It probably does. This guy had 3 of them in his driveway in Grosse Pointe on Lakeshore Drive. So they just looked ugly. I was like, that's what life's going to be like in 2500. Everybody's going to have Cybertrucks. Just to think about it, Cybertruck is going to be a nice car in like 20 years. Just watch. Just watch.
If it does, that's how I know these future generations.
Hey man. That's just how generations go. You said it yourself. So those are the top 10 ugliest cars. I have the Jeep Gladiator, the Plymouth Prowler, the Nissan Juke, the Pontiac Aztek, the Geo Prism, Nissan Cube, Suzuki X90, Chevrolet SSR, Chrysler PT Cruiser, and the Tesla Cybertruck. All right.
Honestly, I'm surprised you said the SSR and not the HHR.
I think that's what I meant, the HHR.
The cubed one, the one that's a 4-door?
Yeah, the one that looks like the PT Cruiser.
Like, it looked like a PT Cruiser that got fat after high school? Yeah.
Everybody was driving the HHR. What you mean? Especially the SS? Don't play with Detroit, Basil. We had the Chevrolet SSR, HHR. It was ugly, but it was fast.
I could have swore it was all about everyone at the same time stealing the Trailblazer SSs.
Exactly. That's why people got the HHR SS. Because everybody wanted the Trailblazer. They were stealing Trailblazers, like, for reals.
For the engine, I know.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do then is steal an HHR.
No, nobody wanted them. That's why in Detroit they just wanted the Trailblazers.
I'm not promoting this, but
oh Lord,
you could go to U-Haul, rent it for a weekend, especially get one with a GMC. Take the engine out, swap it with whatever you.
No, we're not doing that today, Basil. All right, that's good. No, okay. Apparently, Basil's been stealing engines.
I'm not promoting something.
Yes, you are. You're telling people exactly how to do it.
It's cheaper.
Nope, not doing it. So that's been another edition of the Crisscross Corner podcast. Thank you, Marcel Smith and Basil Lowe, for being on the show. I'm your host, Chris Canty. See y'all next week.